All right, so it's like this. You know, people might feel unattached or the need to go and touch bases with a whole landmass or a whole new type of spiritual concepts and stuff like that. Like, don't feel the need. That's why I try to address the factor of the way our elders deal with the natural way of life according to what nature gave to us in the ancestral realm that was given, that was spread through the traditions. Like, we wasn't popularizing materialism like how it is nowadays. We wasn't you didn't have to have fast this. You didn't have to, like, have the cell phone that could do like a million things in one. You didn't have to have that. You just had to be one, in touch with divine nature. So some may not be in the realms of doing that. Being that the system has an impoverished like us like that. Like, by all means, get rich or die trying type of thing. Some may not be enticed to touch bases with certain aspects that will really touch what you're trying to get. You know, um, you gotta remember, like, I'm not just saying that the ancient land, that was a global empire. It was one of the first global empires. You know, the Sun God Empire was a big major empire. Mali Empire was big. The Zulu Empire was big. You know what I'm saying? These are brand new up and coming empires that's here now, and because of the information, it's all distorted and dissuade, and people forget about what happened, what happened in the past. For instance, they said Bill Gates and Oprah Winfrey are like the ones that has the most money ever. But here it is, you could go right there in the continent, one of the richest men since his time, I would say since the age of Kemet, because I don't think it surpasses the riches of some of those pharaohs out there. But that's just to my understanding. I got to look at it a little bit more. But Mansa Musa, son of a prince, son of a king, was a prince, from the Sun God Empire. Right now, he is like the number one richest person to ever walk the planet. And this is people from that you could trace back. You're more than likely our people on this side of the turf. You know what I'm saying? On this northern side of the hemisphere, you could almost bring back most of their genealogy to the western side of the African landmass. Just like how I am. Just like why I say, I am no different. I am no different than any one of yous out there. Any one of you guys have the same type of credibility to your nationhood out there as well as me. You might have to touch a little bit more your elders. You might have to get more questions answered. You might have a little bit more documentations. You might have to do some research. But it's worth the effort. Because it was worth the effort to dig on my mom's side of inheritance. Her ancestors. Shout out to my family. Hold it down, watching me go through all this craziness and whatnot, talking about this black power and inheritance, spiritual combat and stuff like that. Shout out to them. Shout out to all my homies out there in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? SJQ, they holding it down. LBs. We started that group up, man. It was insane. But the thing is, it's like we got to do a little bit more identifying markers. You know what I'm saying? Touch base to help it to be a significant mark on your riches. I kid you not, on your riches. here it is. I'm telling you how to be rich, right? Go figure, right? But then we got the thing about uh, the originality of the civilizations. The original civilizations is over here on this side of the continent. You know, we got that situation going on. They ain't knocking that because I know they're gonna face the interface with the Nubian Construct that intermingle with them. You know what I mean? They're gonna face that construct. But even if you from say the Blackfoot, the Chicopee, if I mistake any names, forgive me. You know, even in Brazil, you know, Colombia, you know, all these places that you can see what you consider indigenous Americans at. You know, I don't think they don't really have that problem, but if they do, you know, we still need to touch bases with our elders to link the family lines together. Because like I said, you know, there's going to be all types of aspects, not racism, not specifically racism, but classifications of people. Because people dealt with, like, you got a people of corn, then you gonna have people of the moose, then you have people of the pea. Like in the old country Nigeria, they got people of the yam. You know, Ethiopia might be something different. They might deal with the rice, the grape. You know, the Fulani people deal with the herdsmen. You know, so there's a different classification. We have different prosperities, but we still recognize ourselves as a Nubian family. That's the keynote. And inside that Nubian family, keeping that prosperity is where the riches is at. Not all the big money, all the, you know, rain in cash, or bling bling diamonds spinning all over. You know what I'm saying? If you look up the history and why that diamond rock is no greater than some of these other rocks that's out there, other crystals that's out there, that do a little bit more with the photon energy that dwells inside of the human bodies. You know, it's just that you can do a little bit more molecular energy with the diamonds. Same as gold, the greatest conduit of electrons. Silver is another one. You know, we got to really identify the riches and what rich should be at. You know, so if you're having that trouble, this is why I'm posting it up. If you have that trouble, talk to your elders. Get the stories from your elders. Help collate the stories from the elders. You know what? Them same people that's holding the ruling sword on us right now, they did that. They contacted them. And they say, oh, we were once treated like that. Let's come back and get these people. So this is why their oppression hold is so stronger than in some people's minds. Like, it's unbelievable. Like how these people could be so constrained to withholding you from the next level. Knowing damn well, you know, they put it out themselves that, oh, they stole this land. They got these resources from that land. They got this construct or this invention. You know, Benjamin Banneker, who helped construct the damn near the White House. You know, they give them that, but they still like, nah. We have the overruling hand. Your system hasn't been justified. We giving you democracy to help you justify that system. Now we got the hand. So that's why it's good to touch bases with your elders and recognize where these interactions with your elders to help refurbish the once again strongest empires out there. You know, we had plenty of empires. These are baby empires compared to what was. Peace.